There are Naira Marley's Malians, Lakon's Icons, Erica's Elites, and Burna Boy's Outsiders, but one group of stans you definitely don't want to get on the bad side of is Wizkid's Wizkidfc. On the 2nd of May 2020, Davido had just announced on Twitter his collaboration with Nicki Minaj. A Wizkid fan replied to his tweet writing, "If it was Wizkid, Nicki Minaj would be the one tweeting and hyping the song, not the other way around. OBO should calm down, I beg. There are levels to this." Davido, tired of Wizkid fans always downplaying his achievements and criticizing his music, responded with, "Yo, I love Wiz, but yo, Wizkidfc can suck my twice." It was not the first time that Davido would have a run-in with Wizkidfc on Twitter, and it wouldn't be the last. In fact, in the past couple of years, Wizkidfc have launched attacks on the OBO more than 3 times than they have on any other music acts on a fairly long list of victims. To Wizkid, Wizkidfc are his backbone, his die-hard fans ready to catch a grenade for him, his people. Whereas to Davido and other artists, Wizkidfc represent a group of toxic and noxious Wizkid fans, ever ready to defend their starboy by whatever means possible, even if it means attacking and bringing down his industry colleagues. But how does Wizkid have such a relatively large fandom, one that dwarfs Davido's 30 BG and that of everyone else's, even though Davido has more followers on social media? In a May 2020 article analyzing Wizkidfc, Motolani Alake of Pulse NG explained that Wizkid had the bigger fanbase of his peers because he had transcended the level of an artist into a movement as the pacesetter of an entire generation of artists and the biggest brand in the most dominant genre to a people. Motolani added that at the start of the 2010s and before any of his enduring peers like Burna Boy, Davido and Olamide gathered significant heat, Wizkid was already a superstar and had already begun building an army that would later become Wizkidfc. Every hit became an anthem and his wins were celebrated by Nigerians who almost unequivocally loved him. That's understandable, but it still doesn't explain why the hate for Davido is so much. What does is that for the past few years, up until very recently, the top 2 music acts in Nigeria have arguably been Wizkid and Davido. They ruled the airwaves, playlists, and bagged the big honors at award shows. Yes, there are a number of times when Davido and or his team have been guilty of inciting Wizkidfc's anger by taking direct and indirect shots at the starboy. But because Wizkidfc consider Wizkid as the greatest ever and believe that Davido does not deserve to be likened to Wizkid, they get frustrated when the OBO is compared to Wizkid or when he challenges Wiz arts, and then they always try to prove through stats, brand value and vocal ability that Wizkid is better. Well, naturally, humans cannot fathom the idea that they are wrong with their beliefs. Sometimes to clear their self-doubts, they go about proving the other person's belief is false, rather than acknowledging the fact that both can coexist and be right. It's rather unfortunate that no matter what happens between Wizkid and Davido, as long as they are both active in music, a majority of Wizkidfc will continue to be anti-Davido, even though as seen in throwback tweets and recent admissions, Davido himself belongs to that special group of stans, Wizkidfc. sure hope you enjoyed this video. For more entertaining video content such as behind the scenes of music videos and movies, music concerts, premieres, interviews, and exclusive gists, subscribe now to our YouTube channel GoldmyneTV and be unleashed into a world of super excitement.